وبحرمة نبينا محمد في آخر الزمان وبحرمة التوراة والزبور والإنجيل والفرقان فيه البركة والغفران والنجاة من النيران ومن الجحيم لبان وقطران ومن العذاب الغان يا حنان يا منان يا ديان يا سبحان يا سلطان مرحبا بك يا شهر رمضان. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا التراويح والدعاء فاجعلهما مقبولة ولا تردهما علينا مع النقصان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. All glory belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, creator of the worlds. May peace and blessing be upon Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family, his companions, and all of those who follow in their footsteps until the last day. Mercy and forgiveness should be asked only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for whom Allah grants His mercy and guides him or her to the right path. None can misguide him or her. And for whom Allah does not grant His forgiveness and leaves him or her astray, none can guide him or her or advocate the right path for him or her. All things belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us to be in this special month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, blessed us all that we can enter in this 1 month school. Whether we care or not, we will all be graded on the end of this school how successful we were. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His infinite mercy has showered us with so many blessings that He offers to His obedient servants in this month. Most known that you all heard and you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even divided in 3 parts, 3/3 this month. And He says in the first third or first 10 days, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower His mercy on His servants. In the second part, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is offering the forgiveness for those who seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this last third that we are in, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the protection or emancipation from the Jahannam, which is one of our ultimate goals. Many of us, we tend to give more attention to the dunya than the akhirah. And in the akhirah we have only 2 places to be for eternity, and that is the Jannah or Jahannam. It is up to us individually how much effort or how much attention we will give to the akhirah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us in this month opportunity to earn not only His mercy, not only His forgiveness, but also the protection from the Jahannam. There are many things that we can say, but before the prayer, something is making me to say this, what I'm saying. It was sad for me that after over 20 days of month of Ramadan, where we had practice or spending time with each other, that we had to still remind us how we should line up our rows. This is the school where our hearts should be educated. This is the school where our hearts should be softened up. This is the school where our compassion and care for each other should be better. The Prophet ﷺ has said, "You will not enter the Jannah until you believe, and you will not believe until you love each other." So if we are already in this month where we are seeking all the blessings and His satisfaction and His reward, it should be presented in our behavior. The Prophet ﷺ also has reminded us that even the prophets before him, they were saying to their people, إِذَا لَمْ تَسْتَحِي فَاسْنَعْ مَا شِئْتَ. If you don't have bashfulness, then do whatever. So even when we offer something that will please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are seeking to get His reward, then we should be bashful, meaning we should know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us all the time, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything that we even think. And if we do not care that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who's watching us, then do whatever. Then it's not important what we are doing to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah, if we were entering the courtroom on this dunya, we will be more appropriate. We will watch our behavior, but we are entering in the courtroom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then we enter and we don't care and we try to please ourselves and make ourselves comfortable. This is not what we should be learning in this school. This is not how we should behave toward the end of this school. This is the school where we train our hearts to be patient, to be steadfast. This is the school where we teach our hearts to care for each other, to have compassion for each other. This is the school where we are patient with our body, with our stomachs. We are patient in not eating and not drinking. But it seems that we are not showing any patience with other parts of our body. Brothers and sisters, if we are like that, then we are failing this school. Allah blessed us that we enter in this month of Ramadan. This is the blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we should utilize it. We should utilize it that we earn Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's satisfaction and His pleasure. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with us, everything that Allah put in front of us will be easier for us to do. Dear brother or sister, this is not only your Ramadan. This is not only my Ramadan. This is our Ramadan. And this is not only that you should be pleased because you are sacrificing yourself. Everybody is sacrificing ourselves. And we should approach to this month as our month where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is waiting to give us His mercy, His forgiveness and His reward. But if our approach is that I am the one who's pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not caring for others, then we are missing the purpose of the fast. When we fast with our stomachs, it trains us that our heart can be fed. We have two parts of our existence. We have a materialistic part and we have a spiritual part. This is the time when we feed our hearts. This is the time when we feed our souls with something that inshallah will be beneficial for us in the hereafter. Our body will not be responsible. Our souls are the ones who will give account to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we are entering in the end, we should be all sad. We should be all worried. The month is ending. Did I earn His mercy? Did I earn His forgiveness? Did I earn His protection from the Jahannam? We should be all worried about that. And when we are, nothing will bother us around us, except we would make sure that we don't bother anyone. We are in the last part. Especially this night. This is the odd night of the last 10 days. The Imam read in the second rakat, Surah Al-Qadr. This is in these odd nights, it might be tonight, that night of power. Which, Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr, where the security, safeness is until the dawn of this night. We should try to utilize that on our best behavior. If we behave properly, if we behave as Allah is pleased, that is considered as our ibadah, as our worship. I mentioned here even when I was last time here, and this is the saying of Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu, who said, "La khayra fi ibadatin, la ilma fiha." There is no point of worshipping Allah if there is no knowledge about it. Why we are doing that? La ilma fiha, la khayra fi ilmin, la fahma fi. There is no point of knowing what to do if there is no understanding why we are doing it. La khayra fi Qur'an, la tadabbara fi. And there is no even point of the Qur'an if we are not pondering upon it, contemplating or gaining the understanding of it. This is the month of the Qur'an. This is the month where we should spend all our time with the Qur'an. This is the month that we should utilize it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you are doing that, if you are busy with that, there is not left time to do something that will displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that all of us will earn His mercy, His forgiveness, His protection from the Jahannam. And that when we enter out of this month of Ramadan, that we are the ones who earn all the blessings and all the rewards that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is offering in this month. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us istiqamah, persistence later on to continue to do the same as we were trying to do in this month. Because this month will be witness against us. Dear brothers, if you had time to come in the masjid, if you have time to spend time with the Quran, to offer the prayers, you are proving yourself that you can do it in the other months. So as much as we do, we are also training ourselves. And may in this month we feed our soul. We are worried about obesity of our natural body, but we are not worried about obesity of our souls, where we feed our hearts and our souls with so much that it's painful and hurtful to ourselves. So in this month, we should train and enter out of the month, train and condition our hearts that they are pleased with whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us in our lives, and that inshallah, we are the ones who are ready to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The companions, after Ramadan, they prepared themselves that they were okay until the next Ramadan. So let us use this toward the end so that we prepare ourselves, that we are obedient and steadfast in our obedience to Allah in the rest of the months. Please spend some time with the Quran too. It would be a shame, and this is just what I general view. We as Muslims, we are almost fourth of the mankind. But it would be sad, and I wish that this is not true, that maybe half of us Muslims did not read Quran once in their life. Subhanallah, how you will come in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah ask you on the judgment day, did I fulfill my responsibility? Did I give you the guidance? And we all claim that the Quran is our light, is our guide. And we say yes. And then Allah asks you, did you read it? And you say no. So how can we expect that Allah will be pleased with us? So please spend time with the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has offered us, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be successful in this world and the hereafter. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us in the group of those of whom He will be pleased in this world and in the hereafter. Inshallah, I could talk more, but I think it's enough. It's a reminder, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who will earn from His signs and from His message, and be among those of whom He will be pleased. If I said anything to offend any of you, please forgive me. If I said anything that was bad, it's from me. Anything that was good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it was meant from Him to us to guide us and to be better, inshallah.